The Dubai government has announced huge fines if you do not comply with the corporate tax registration date requirement issued by the FTA, that's the Federal Tax Authority. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what are those requirements, what are the deadlines, and what you have to do to stay compliant. Before we start, my name is 𝐤𝐤𝐤 and I have helped more than 100 entrepreneurs move to Dubai and reduce their taxes legally. First, I want to address a bit of a misconception in the market. That is, if people think that, my revenue is less than $100,000 or my profit is less than $100,000, so I don't have to register for the corporate tax because profits below $100,000 are at 0% taxation. So they think because I'm not paying any tax, I don't even have to register for corporate tax. Well, that's a misconception, because every company that is now being formed in Dubai, whether it's the mainland or the free zone, they have to register with corporate tax within 90 days from the date of registration. Otherwise, there is a 10,000 dirhams fine, and that is like $3,000, I would say. And the FTA is very good at collecting fines. They have a very sophisticated system where they can track and it's very good. So overall, what the requirement is that you should be registering before the 31st of May, 2024. And if you are not registered, irrespective of when your company was formed, in the last year, this year, January, March last year, does not matter. You should be registering your company before 31st of May 2024. Otherwise, the fines will start coming in. Now, there is a schedule, and I will put the schedule in the link in the description below. Depending on the month in which your company was formed, you might get a bit of an extension, and that extension can be like 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, depending on your company registration date. That, if you register beyond 31st of May, you might get an extension. But I recommend for all my clients, like, why to risk it? It's a very straightforward process. You just need to go to the FTA website and make a registration, or any accountant that you work with can help you do that registration, right? So not to risk it, and yeah, register before the 31st of May is a very good move for you. And anyways, if you don't register and the deadline has passed, you would be fined with 10,000 dirhams. Now, with that being said, I would like to recap what are a few reliefs that we have in the tax system that can help you still pay 0% corporate tax. I know it's a lot of buzz that Dubai is 9% corporate tax and it's no longer 0%. Well, that's true for people who are making millions of dollars, but for like smaller businesses, there is something called a small business relief. So there are two types of relief in the tax system. First is that if you make a profit of more than $100,000, so the profit up to $100,000 are at 0%, and more than that would be 9% tax. So that's clear. So the small business relief says that in a fiscal year, let's say Jan to December, if your revenue is less than $800,000 or 3 million dirhams, you can apply for what is called a small business relief, and you can still claim a 0% corporate tax. However, irrespective of that, you need to register for corporate tax within the deadline. And at the end of the year, that's 31st December 2024. After that, you need to prepare for your accounting books and then submit to the FTA. Depending on, you made a more than $1 million revenue, you will be taxed at 9%. If you made less than $800,000 revenue, you will apply for a small business relief and you get, 0% taxation. Depending on where you are and what you're doing, you will be taxed accordingly, but your responsibility is to register. So if you're already a client of mine, just reach out to me on WhatsApp or by email, or just contact my team so we can get you registered. And if you are, of course, not my client, then reach out to your accountant or go to FTA website and try to register by yourself. I always prefer to work with professionals. It's not a lot of cost to invest, but it keeps you on the safe side. And if you have not yet moved to Dubai and you are thinking of setting up a company and optimizing your taxes, you can click on the first link below in the description and book a one-on-one call with me, where we can assess your situation and discuss how we can best optimize your taxes. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.